Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Camouflage of the World. I'm Mike B, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Slovakian Model 1997 Woodland pattern. So this is officially kind of designed and started to be issued in 1995 to replace the Czech M1995 pattern, which you can see in another installment of this series. So the Slovakian military, of course, the Czech Republic and Slovakia became their own entities in 1993. Although Slovakia still used a lot of the Czech equipment and uniforms for a while, they inevitably came out with their own design. Based off the US M1981 Woodland pattern, which is a very common pattern that was reproduced and kind of modified from various militaries in the world, and this is no exception. So you can see obviously it's got the same color scheme. It's a little bit brighter. Some collectors call this bright woodland. This one's faded a little bit. This is a used coat. And I don't think this is a field jacket, I think this is their uniform coat. It's pretty heavy, it feels almost like a field jacket. You can see the very typical woodland pattern, but you've got, I don't know what these exactly, the purpose these serve, for maybe for equipment or something. They're not standard epaulets. You can see they look like places to put camouflage or something like that. Not quite sure on that, so I'll just leave it at that. You got the Slovakian crest embroidered into the pocket right here. That's a pretty cool feature. I've always liked the look of that. It's a pretty sweet looking crest. And then, of course, you got your name tape area, and I think this is for rank or something to wear on there. So this obviously doesn't have that on there. You got a nice breast pocket. You got a very large cargo pocket on this side. And what I really like about this particular model of jacket is the fact that it's got two pouches that conveniently hold two AK or VZ58 mags each. So you can hold a total of 4 mags without wearing equipment or anything, just in the coat itself. It's got kind of a drawstring thing going on here, so you can cinch that up to be tight and kind of prevent air from flowing up in there. And yeah, other than that, it's a pretty standard coat, very heavily built. Definitely recommend this for outdoor stuff, hiking, especially in chillier climates. It's fall up here in Wisconsin right now, and it's ideal for this kind of weather where it's chilly but not cold enough to wear a winter coat. So they used this from 1997 till about 2007 when their new digital pattern kind of was adopted, and then the stuff is surplused out, and now we can get access to it. So again, these are really nice. I actually like this pattern quite a bit. It's a standard woodland, but it's got a lot more green, it looks like, and the green's a little bit lighter shade. It works pretty well. Hopefully if I can get some that'll fit me, I can do a effectiveness test out in the Nordwoods in Wisconsin up here. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty sweet pattern and definitely was used. You can see lots of pictures of Slovakian soldiers wearing these from 1997 to 2007. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I said, I love the fact that you can carry magazines for your rifle without having to wear all your equipment. And it's 4 mags, you know, that's a decent number of magazines, you know, 120 rounds plus the one in your rifle. So that was pretty cool. Lots of storage space. I believe there's some inside pockets too, as well as the pocket on both sleeves. So there's a lot of storage space in here. Very utilitarian, very practical as far as surplus goes. But the camouflage pattern itself is quite effective, especially for Central Europe, which the US M81 was actually designed for that. So I can see why a lot of militaries kind of adapted that and adopted their own version of it. So yeah, pretty much that's all I've got about this. A nice short video. And again, it's a really sweet, just basic Central European camouflage pattern from a country that was part of NATO, or is part of NATO now. And they, you know, it was kind of a cool thing after the fall of the Soviet Union. Slovakia and Czech Republic, which was Czechoslovakia, were kind of struggling, but they tried to maintain everything and get their own military stuff going to kind of phase out all the old Soviet-esque looking stuff. And they came out with this and kind of westernized their uniforms. So that's what this is all about. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you haven't already, smash that like button or the thumbs up button and subscribe. And then also consider becoming a supporter on Patreon. For just $1 a month, you can help fund the channel. I fund about 99% of it out of pocket, but I like teaching people about this. Crowdfunding really helps offset the costs of other videos like shooting videos and helmet ballistic tests and things like this. And yeah, so become a supporter on there. $1 a month, pretty cheap, but it helps me out. And I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something. If you've seen this around, now you know what it is. And if you already knew what it is, I hope you enjoyed just watching and listening to me ramble about a camouflage pattern for 5 minutes. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Again, subscribe and stay tuned for our next installment.